Okay, first time, people. First time trying this StreamYard to record to. Where is Mojo? Where is G Maximus 420 when you need them? They understand this technology stuff, which is sad because back in the day when I was younger, I knew everything about technology. Okay, not everything, but most things. Man, I even have trouble setting up cable these days. Yes, I still have cable. Still have cable, still have trouble setting it up. Got to go through the manual, figure out how to do it. It's hard. Spectrum is hard to connect. But oh well. I'll figure it out eventually. More practice is what I need. But anyway, it's me and derk. Of course, that's me, of course. I'm not like Mr. Ed, but of course. Thought I'd do this because I want to talk about the end of the NFL regular season. And what a season it was. Got a lot to say, so I'm going to be all over the place here. This is off the top of my noggin here, even though I got a tablet with me, but boy. Like I said, really memorable. I know I say this every single year, but this has got to be the most injury-riddled season I've ever seen. Until next year, we'll probably get more. I mean, how many quarterbacks, how many wide receivers, running backs, defensive ends got hurt? My goodness. I mean, how many quarterbacks? Daniel Jones got hurt. Joe Burrow got hurt. What's his name? Jordan Love got hurt 4 times. Jackson Dart, I mean, didn't he get 5 concussions? Or he was in concussion protocol 5 times, and he's just a rookie? Okay, young man, I know you're young, but learn to slide. You don't have to run into a brick wall with your head trying to prove your worth. Yeah, we get it. You're a tough kid. You're a tough quarterback. Slide, buddy. Slide. You'll get hurt less. Trust me, you will. Slide next time. But my goodness. I mean, Micah Parsons. Jeez. Gone for the season. ACL. Non-contact. Tucker Kraft. He got hurt for the Green Bay Packers. Let's talk about Chris Matthews' team. I mean, Lamar Jackson. He got hurt a lot. He got banged around a lot this season. I gave him credit. He came back in this last game. You can tell he was struggling, but boy, when the time was right, I mean, that last drive, I mean, he got him in position to win that game. It's just that the rookie, just missed the field goal. I mean, it happens, you know? It happens. I know everybody's coming down on the kid, but still, that's a rough way to lose. I know Chris Matthews is happy about that. I'm not sure, Chris. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure this game's going to get Harbaugh fired. You know what I mean? I don't think it will, because instead of looking at the total body of work Harbaugh did this season, they'll just look at that last game. And they'll just blame the kicker, you know, instead of looking at the whole season. So look at these last 2 games, how he finally decided to give the ball to Derrick Henry. Ran all over Green Bay. Did his thing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, you're not going to blame Lamar Jackson. Can we stop that? Can we finally stop blaming Lamar Jackson for everything? Like I said, the guy did what he needed to do, got him in position to win the game. Just didn't happen. So, yeah, this may actually save Harbaugh because of these last 2 games, instead of looking at the whole body of work. Because it did show that the Baltimore Ravens did finally decided to play hard. I know that's kind of weird, but yeah. You look at the defense, where was the defense at throughout the whole season? And why didn't they run Derrick Henry throughout the whole season? Not sure they're going to fire Harbaugh. They'll just point to the kid Loop who missed the field goal, and they'll just say, well, John Harbaugh got us in position to win the game, and so did Lamar Jackson and the rest of the company, but they missed. So I'm not sure they're really going to get John Harbaugh out of there or the GM. Maybe they will. Who knows? I might be wrong, but I don't see it. So in the Chris Matthews and the Rich Dow Bowl, Pittsburgh and Baltimore, Rich Dow wins it. Rich Dow wins. He beats Chris Matthews to his Rich Dow chagrin, going to the playoffs. And I'm not sure Pittsburgh's going to be one and done. I mean, they're playing against the Texans, AKA the Strouds. I know a lot of people are giving Texans, they're going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not so sure about that because I like CJ Stroud, but he has a tendency to throw interceptions that makes you scratch your head, thinking, why did he throw that? I mean, the Texans defense, it's stout. It's really stout. I'm pretty sure they'll try to hold Pittsburgh. It's going to be maybe a low scoring game between these two teams. But yeah, I mean, and the offensive line's got to protect Stroud. Got to protect him. Just to slow him down a bit so he don't throw those irrational interceptions. How about that? Aaron Rodgers is back in the postseason. Just like the NFL scripted it, right? Just the way they scripted it. Unbelievable. So Pittsburgh gets DK Metcalf back. That's going to be a plus. But I'm not so sure this is going to be a cakewalk for the Texans. They may win barely, but at the same time, I'm not ready to say, Pittsburgh is done. They're going to be one and done. I just don't see it that way. I think it'll be a competitive game, honestly. Don't know who I'm picking to win this game. That's a tough one. Do I trust the old man Aaron Rodgers or do I trust CJ Stroud in this one? Do the Texans have a running game? Because I know Joe Mixon is out. And I think Nick Chubb is still there. He didn't play in the last game because they decided to hold him out until the postseason. I guess D'Amico Ryans knows what he's doing, who happens to be my coach of the year, by the way, because you don't go 0-3 and you finish the season 12-5. That's incredible to me right there. I mean, 0-3 is usually pretty much a death sentence in the NFL, but damn, they came marching right back. Man, that's coaching. So yeah, D'Amico Ryans probably my coach of the year doing that. My goodness. But man, we all know that Tomlin's going to stay. Sorry, Rich Dow and Jermaine. They're probably going to stay. Unless he's one and done. And then I think Tomlin would quit first before he gets fired by the organization. That's my thing. I think he'll walk away. There's no way you're going to fire Tomlin. It's what Bam Bam Bigelow said to Ted DiBiase back in 95. You can't fire me. I quit. I can see Tomlin doing that. I can see him doing that one. Yeah, getting back to the AFC North. Has the AFC North quickly become the NFC South? Because we're so bad. My Bengals are bad. Cleveland's bad. The Ravens, are they really bad, or is it just bad luck? I mean, they got a lot of injuries. So does Pittsburgh. Oh, and let me talk about Pittsburgh again. I didn't know that T.J. Watt was going to play in this game. Didn't the guy have a collapsed lung and had surgery, and he came back and played the game? Holy hell! Damn! I mean, I'm all for helping your team, but damn! Holy, this dude is out of his mind. Had a collapsed lung surgery, and he stayed and played the last game. Oh man, I don't know why that just hit me just now, but man, just like when I text Maximus G420 and Chris Matthews last night, I was shocked that he played in the game. And Chris said he shouldn't play, and I kind of agree with him. But you can't tell a football player what to do. He's going to do what he wants to do, whatever helps the team. I guess he helped a little bit. I say during the offseason for Baltimore, y'all need to develop a pass rush or get some more defensive linemen. Because I know Chris Matthews says get rid of Harbaugh and he wants Brian Flores. Is John Harbaugh a defensive coach or an offensive coach? So you want to get rid of a defensive coach for another defensive coach? I'm just asking this. I really don't know. I don't know if Harbaugh's a defensive guy or an offensive guy. I thought he was a defensive guy. So it's kind of odd to replace a defensive guy with another defensive guy. But I do like Flores. I'm pretty sure he's going to like Lamar Jackson. If they keep Lamar Jackson. And who started that rumor? Who started that trade rumor of Lamar Jackson? There's no way I'm getting rid of Lamar Jackson. No way. Where's he going to go? Florida? I know he's from Florida, but he's going to go to the Miami Dolphins. That's what they're going to do, aren't they? They're going to swap quarterbacks. Tua's going to go to Baltimore, and Lamar Jackson is going to go to the Miami Dolphins. I'll be honest with you, that would be funny if that happened, because we all know how Tua is when it comes to playing in the cold. He tends to shrink. As for Lamar, he's a Southern kid from Florida, but he's used to playing in the cold. But Tua, nah. No way. Not at all. Not going to happen, people. Not going to happen. I just don't see it. But it would be funny if that happened. Huh. But, Brian Flores could give him that edge. That, that toughness that Baltimore needs. And I understand this isn't your late 90s, early 2000s Baltimore Ravens. I get that, but it just feels that Baltimore has been more of a finesse team lately than a power team like they used to be in the past. And I get Ed Reed's not walking in that door anytime soon, but maybe Brian Flores can give him an edge. And I wouldn't mind seeing Brian Flores against Mike Tomlin. That would be an interesting game. Yeah, so the Ravens are bad. I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're Cincinnati Bengals bad. They're not even Cleveland Browns bad. Pittsburgh, I'd say maybe they're average at best. And that's saying something in our division. That average is good in our division. That's how low we sunk. Very, very bad. Like I said, we are the NFC South now. We're with the Maximus G420 and the Saints. You are now the Cleveland Browns of your division. The Saints. And how about oh God, I forgot the man's name. That's terrible. That is awful. Hey, when you get one of those brain farts, must be getting old. I'll come back to that. I'll come back to it eventually. Let me just look it up real quick. Since I got my tablet out, might as well just look it up. Oh yeah, duh. Now it popped to me. Myles Garrett. How can I forget that name? Myles Garrett gets the sack record. And of course it's against the Bengals, in which I knew it was going to happen. Not only did he get the sack record, the Cleveland Browns went on to win the game. But wouldn't that be Cleveland if they get the sack record and they go on to lose the game? Even I was hoping the Cleveland Browns would win. Why not? Really didn't have a good season. They really didn't have a good season. I mean, how many quarterbacks did they go through? I mean, they had they had what? Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, who I think is I don't know if he's good or bad, but I think I think he can improve. I don't think he's a bad quarterback the way they make him out to be. See, I wasn't one of those guys who was real down on the kid. And yes, he did rub people the wrong way when he got into the draft because he thought it was better than everybody else because of his father. But I do think he humbled quite a bit. Oh yeah, they had Joe Flacco too, but yeah, I think if Cleveland did the right thing, I mean, they got rid of Stefanski, so that's good right there. That's a start in the right direction. You have to build around Shedeur Sanders, I think, to be successful. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what type of coach they get for Cleveland. Be funny if Brian Flores went to Cleveland. Oh, that would be hilarious. No. Pete Carroll. Didn't Pete Carroll just get fired from the Raiders? I mean, how many openings do we have? I mean, we have the Atlanta Falcons have an opening, the Raiders, the Titans, the Browns. Yeah, I know there's something else. I know there's other openings. I'm just sitting there waiting for. Let's see what Baltimore does. Are they going to fire the coach or are they going to stand pat? That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I am waiting for. Let me see. Let me look this up real quick. Oh, yeah, the Arizona Cardinals. I forgot about them. Yeah, get off my thing. I don't need an ad blocker. You got to leave. Go away. Huh. Yeah, but which one of these jobs sounds good to coach for? Cleveland, Arizona, the Raiders, the Atlanta Falcons. They have fired their coach and their GM, even though they beat the Saints. Arthur Blank said, "Nope, you got to go. See ya. Take your GM with you. Don't let the door knock hit you on the way out." That's what he said to the coach. I am not sure. Maybe, you know what? Maybe the most. You know what? I talked about him earlier. Probably the job I go for, because I talked about them earlier. Probably the Atlanta Falcons job because it's the NFC South. And the South is really, really bad right now. You may actually have a shot to win that division. So, yeah, I'll probably go to the Atlanta Falcons, man. I mean, Cleveland, maybe. No, I don't trust management in Cleveland. No, I don't. Never mind. Oakland, oh, hell no. Mark Davis, I don't care if you have Tom Brady or not. No. Mark Davis is not his father, Al Davis. Not at all. Not at all, man. You need to settle on a coach. You can't have these one-shot coaches in. Like Pete Carroll was gone after 1 year. How about Antonio Pierce? Wasn't he there for maybe a year and a half? Got rid of him. Geno Smith. You get rid of Geno Smith or do you keep him? You're the number 1 draft pick, Oakland. Oakland. The Las Vegas Raiders. Never going to get used to that. The Las Vegas Raiders. There we go. Do you get that kid from Indiana as your quarterback? Or that kid from, Ole Miss, Trinidad? Do you get him? Because the guy can scramble. He can run. He's exciting to watch. That's why you let Tom Brady pick the quarterback, I guess. That's why he's there for. That's what he's there for. But yeah, probably the most appealing job is, Atlanta Falcons. I mean, Arizona, you got you got to play the St. Louis Rams. Wait, hold on. Is that right? Yeah, the St. Louis Rams, Seattle, St. Louis. Oh, my God. Did I say St. Louis Rams? The Los Angeles Rams. Jesus. I'm still thinking of 1999 and 2000. St. Louis Rams. The Los Angeles Rams, which is sad because That's where they came from. Then they moved to St. Louis. Then they moved back to L.A. The L.A. Rams fans team. Talk about them a little later. So Rams, you got the Rams, you got Seattle, San Francisco, and you got Arizona. Yeah, that's going to be a tough ass division. Yep. Yeah. I'm going to Atlanta. Like I said, Tennessee. Oh, I forgot about Tennessee. Tennessee, you got the Jaguars, you got the Colts. The Colts will be back. Don't worry. They fell hard too, but they'll be back. It's a shame what happened to Daniel Jones. Jaguars. Yeah, Jaguars, Colts, Texans, Titans. Yeah. That's going to be a tough division. So, yep. Yeah, like I said earlier. Said it a couple more times. Going to say it again. Atlanta Falcons is the way to go because it's a piss poor division. Yeah, that's what I would do. Then like I said, I guess I could talk about the Rams. I know people said they're the most complete team. I do like Matthew Stafford. He's a proven commodity. He knows what it's like to be there. The thing about the Rams, and I know people keep saying, well, they know how to play in cold weather. They keep the game close in cold weather. Yeah, but do they win? Yeah, they keep it close in cold weather. Yeah, they know how to play in cold weather, but do they win? I mean, last year they got beat by Philly in cold weather. This year, they got beat by Carolina when it was 28 degrees. Cold weather, lost. So what happens when they play Philadelphia again? I know Philadelphia doesn't have the best offense, but their defense is crazy good. Very crazy. Because eventually you're going to have to cash in one of these cold games and win them. Otherwise, you're going to be the 99, 2000, 2001 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Remember that Buccaneers team with Will Sapp and Derek Brooks? Good team, but every time they would go to Philly in the playoffs, they would always lose. Yes, I know they already got a Super Bowl, but eventually that one Super Bowl novelty is going to wear off. You got to start winning, bro. Got to start winning. Got to go to these cold weather games and win. Hell, you may have to go to Chicago. Maybe. Wait, Chicago's number 2, right? Yeah, Chicago's number 2. That's a cold weather city. Imagine playing there. Chicago's always cold. That's the reason why Maximus G420 left. It's too cold, man. Too cold. Speaking of an exciting division in Chicago, the North Division. A lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch. I look forward to this division. Did not think the Chicago Bears would be king of the North. But they did it. They did it. I mean, man. Can I call them the cataract? Cataract. Whatever. Cardiac. There we go. Cataract, cardiac. Jesus Christ. Cataract. Cardiac. The cardiac Bears. Because every game they always win in the fourth quarter. Feels like it, doesn't it? It's just through a year. And it seems like that one game that turned their season around was against Washington to me. Remember last year, they got beat by that Hail Mary by Jaden Daniels, and that ruined the Chicago Bears season. And this year, they played each other again. And it's this time Jaden Daniels bobbled and fumbled the snap, and the Bears went on to win that game. And Washington was never the same after that. So I guess what goes around comes around, I guess. Weird how things work like that. And speaking of getting hurt, Jaden Daniels, he got hurt a lot. Like I said, what's going on with all these injuries, man? Can we bring back steroids? I'm just saying, it feels like there was a lot of less injuries when steroids wasn't involved. Just saying, But no, we can't. I mean, the NFL take all these safety precautions, and teams and players are still getting hurt. Weird. I don't know. But yeah, the North Division. Speaking of hurt, the Detroit Lions. I mean, has their door officially shut? No. It's shutting. I mean, it's shutting a little bit, I feel. I mean, this team every single year they just can't stay healthy. Reminds me of the Baltimore Ravens. Remember they were hurt every year too. That team was always, even in the preseason, they were hurt. Now the Detroit Lions are doing the same thing. They're hurt every single time, which is sad because I like Dan Campbell, I like Jared Goff, I like the running backs, Gibbs and Montgomery, Sonic and Knuckles, Amon Brown. Lots of talent on that team. They just can't stay healthy. Can't do it. Can't do it. The Singletary says, can't do it. Can't do it. Can't stay healthy. They just, At one point in time, they were in first place and they finished up in last place. But man, I am excited to see this. The Bears and the Packers, part 3 in the postseason. Oh man. Forget the regular season. This game could go either way. I'm hoping. Let me knock on wood here. I'm hoping the Chicago Bears win. I really am. Not a Packers hater, but man. I mean, how many times have the Packers owned the Chicago Bears? And how funny would it be if the Chicago Bears did beat the Packers in the postseason? Can you imagine the expression of Tom Grossi? Oh, my, he'd probably lose all his hair. Oh, my gosh. That game could go either way, man. Really could. Trying to figure out who has the advantage here. I like the Bears, but I don't like their defense. I know people were talking about, well, did you see that game 2 weeks ago when they played again, or last week, whatever week it was, where they played the 49ers and the game went back and forth with offense. It was an exciting game. Okay, great. But eventually, you're going to have to make some stops against Jordan Love. I mean, come on. I'm all for exciting games, but how about a little defense? Play a little defense. And I'm not talking about that type of defense in the Super Bowl when it was the Patriots and the LA Rams. And, that was so bad. That was so sluggish. That was so bad. Same with Super Bowl 50 when it was the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. God, that game was hard to watch too. I mean, I'm all for defensive games, but boy. Oof. But no, I was never really a fan of the high scoring games. Yeah, they're exciting, but it's great in the regular season, but when it comes to the postseason, you're going to have to run the ball. Chicago can run the ball, and they can. They got Swift. And got what's the guy's name? I can't pronounce his name. I'm sorry if I do. I have to look him up. I'll look the guy up, but I've still mispronounced his name. Chicago Bears running back 2025. Yes, we have the Kyle Monangai. Thank you. Kyle Monangai. You got those 2 running backs. Yes, they can do it. Jordan Love, he's been hurt too. Yeah, I did mention Jordan Love. Man. Of all the quarterbacks, I don't think got hurt during the season was what? Caleb Williams? Was he one of the few quarterbacks who didn't get hurt in the season? And he plays for the Chicago Bears in that offensive line, and he's still standing. I can't remember if he got hurt. He probably didn't. He probably didn't get hurt at all. So he's one of the few quarterbacks that made it through the whole season. Hope he makes it to the postseason. But yeah, this game's going to be exciting. Chicago Bears, Monsters of the Midway versus the Cheeseheads at Green Bay. Or Slick Daddy would say Brown Bay. We'll see. Yeah, like I said, Chicago's defense scares me. But again, this is a divisional game in the playoffs, so anything can happen. Anything can happen. Now, if everybody was healthy, And if Michael Parsons was in the game, he didn't get hurt, I would probably lean towards the Green Bay Packers, but I'll lean towards Chicago. Yeah, I know. I'm using my heart instead of my head, which is why I came in fourth in our fantasy pool, the totally inappropriate team sports pool. Came in fourth place. So Smart Warburg was number 1. Cheese was number 2. Luke was number 3. I was number 4. Matty Ice was number 5. At least I didn't finish last, I guess. Got to work on my picks for next season. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. Minnesota Vikings. JJ McCarthy, he got hurt too. Again, what the hell? Damn, everyone's hurt. I think Minnesota's going to be good in the long run. Detroit will bounce back. Chicago will be there. Green Bay is always going to be there. So yeah. The North Division, up and up and up. I see them going upwards. That's going to be a tough division for hopefully years to come. Exciting. Who knows? You know, Maximus, it's not too late to jump on the Chicago Bears bandwagon. I'm just saying. I mean, you are from Chicago after all, Just because you move doesn't mean you can't support the Chicago Bears. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. They're watching you. Chicago, they're watching you right now. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it would be cool to see the Bears win the whole thing. I don't think they're going to win the whole thing, but I think they could. I think they'll beat Green Bay. I think. I say that, and I think I just jinxed them. Seattle. Yeah, Seattle. I like Seattle. I like Sam Darnold. Huh. I know. Okay, I like Sam, but he's a good regular season quarterback. Postseason quarterback. This reminds me of the Minnesota Vikings last year when they were 14-3, and they got beaten. They got bounced early. But Seattle has that defense, so as long as Sam Darnold is efficient and he doesn't make any careless mistakes, yeah, there's a possibility Carolina could go far. Yeah. Could. Never know. They're going to be a tough out. I'll just say that. They're going to be a tough out. They'll be a tough out. What else we got in the postseason? Oh, the Patriots. And no, Mojo, they are not the evil empire. They are not the evil empire. This is not Belichick. This is not Tom Brady. This is Mike Vrabel and Drake May. No. I'm not ready to call them the evil empire first. You got to win. I mean, yeah, they had a good season, but who do they play? And I know you can only control the people you play. I understand that. You can only play the people in front of you. I get that. Had a light schedule. But let's see what happens next season I'm pretty sure they're going to play a much tougher schedule. If they get through that and go to a Super Bowl, maybe. No, I'm not going to call them the evil empire. No. Because I don't think people hate Vrabel and Drake May as much as they hated Belichick and Tom Brady. Not at all. No. What's their kryptonite? They're young. They haven't been in this spot before. And what's his name? Stephon Diggs got in trouble. Man. Boy. Ooh. Talk about bad timing, but man. I'm not sure if he did it or not, what he's been accused of, but if he does, if everything's true, he's screwed. He's screwed. He's going to be, man, if he can't play, boy, he is going to be a villain in that city, in New England, because of what he did. Ooh. Yeah. Timing is bad. Really, really bad. It messed up New England's team. That fan base will not be happy with that Stephon Diggs. Shouldn't be happy with him anyway to get himself in this predicament. The Denver Broncos. Bo Nix. People like to call him Bo Picks. Gotta give Sean Payton credit. He really revitalized the Denver Broncos and that organization. They look pretty good. Because a couple of years ago, boy, with Russell Wilson. Why do I want to call him Russell Westbrook? It's Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, they were not doing too good. They weren't doing too good at all. Shipped him to New York. No, he went to Pittsburgh. And then he went to New York. And then they got Bo Nix, and they've been doing good. But one team I need to look out for, one team that scares me, is the AEW's Jacksonville Jaguars. They look good. They look damn good. Trevor Lawrence, ETN. Yeah. They're going to be really, really dangerous. I don't want to. That's the last team I want to play is them. I do not want to play against the Jaguars. No effing way. Nope. Not at all. Don't want to do it. Not going to be able to do it. Yeah. Jags look really, really good right now. Wouldn't it be funny if they won the Super Bowl and Triple H had to give the Jacksonville Jaguars their title belt? Wouldn't that be a kind of sight to see to give it to Tony Khan? In a strange way, I hope that happens. That would be so fun to watch and so fun to see. Love to see that. Not gonna lie, you get a kick out of that one. But yeah, Jacksonville, they're gonna be really, really dangerous. Real dangerous. I already talked about the Texans and they're playing Pittsburgh. But yeah, let me see. Let me check one more time. Any updates on the Baltimore Ravens? Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I know they lost. What about the I should have put John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh. Huh. No, not yet. Nothing. Nothing indeed. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if they kept him for one more year. I'll be damned. I didn't know he's from Toledo, Ohio. An Ohio boy. Didn't know that. Did not even know that. How about that? Same with Jim Harbaugh. Oh, man, I forgot about. Yeah. I got to talk about this. Nope. I caught myself. The Los Angeles Chargers. Almost said San Diego. But I do like their song. San Diego Superchargers. San Diego Superchargers. Okay, enough about that. The Los Angeles Chargers. There's no saying about the San Diego Chargers. They're going to charger it up because they always do. And you talk about a bad luck team. They are a bad luck team. But I will say, when it comes to quarterback and MVP, I got to give it to Justin Herbert. The man had a broken hand. His offensive line is 32 in the league. 32 in the league, and you still get your team to the postseason. That's pretty damn impressive. I know a lot of people don't like Justin Herbert for whatever reason. I don't know why. I like the guy. I wouldn't mind if he was my quarterback. But yeah, man had a broken hand and still played in the game and led his team to the postseason with a crappy offensive line that ranked 32 in the division. Yeah. He's my MVP. May not be your MVP, but it's mine. Let me check on this Chargers for a second. San Diego. Oh, count myself again. Los Angeles Chargers. Home stats. I don't want to go to stats. I want to check out the. Man, I should have went to the other website. Oh, here we go. Teams. Mm-hmm. Let's see. 11-6. Okay. Broken hand. 11-6. Postseason. Okay, that's pretty impressive. Really, really impressive. Speaking of teams that really slid down, what happened to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? My gosh. At one point in time, I was thinking, oh man, Baker Mayfield's doing stuff, but they get injured a lot too. Baker got hurt, but he kept on playing. I mean, Chris Evans, well, God, he gets hurt all the time too, just like Christian Watson. Both of them get hurt all the time. Ibuka, he gets hurt a lot too. But man, Tampa Bay just took a nosedive. What a twist of fate and irony, huh? Carolina had to beat Tampa Bay in order to make it to the postseason. They didn't. Tampa Bay beat them. But because the Atlanta Falcons beat the Saints, sorry, Maximus, that allowed the Carolina Panthers to go into the postseason. Now, if the Saints won, then Tampa Bay will go to the postseason. But my gosh, how lucky can you get? How fortunate can you get? The Carolina Panthers are in the postseason, but you know what? Good for Bryce Young, because people was tearing this kid apart. Oh, he's a bust. He's a bust. He's a bust. Well, yeah. He didn't have any players around him. Of course, he's a bust. Who's he going to throw to himself? I mean, there was some improvement in this season during the postseason, but my gosh. Like, can we just wait a couple of years before we say this guy's a bust and shit? Damn. Give this kid a chance. That's what they did to Jalen Hurts. Oh, he's a bust. Oh, okay. Another guy to defend, Jalen Hurts. Don't know why people are hitting him so much. What'd he do? Seems like no matter what Jalen Hurts does, nope, not good enough. Nah, not good enough. I mean, I like Jalen Hurts I liked him since college. I knew that he had something. And yes, he wasn't a good thrower. So what did he do? He got himself a quarterback coach and became a better thrower. Still wasn't good enough. Won a Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP. Nah, not good enough. No, nah. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get it. Feels like no matter what he does, not good enough. It's because he's not a Patrick Mahomes or a Joe Burrow or a Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson, is that it? Because he's not one of the chosen ones? Is that why we don't like the guy? Is that why we don't like Jalen Hurts? I'm just wondering. Oh man, I forgot that. Speaking of Josh Allen, hey, it's now or never, Buffalo. It's now or never, man. I mean, there's no Patrick Mahomes. There's no Lamar Jackson blocking your path, going to the Super Bowl. Maybe CJ's, maybe the Strouds, maybe, just maybe Aaron Rodgers. Depends on the referees. But man, this is it, Buffalo. I mean, this is a very clear path. This is the clearest path you're ever going to get to get to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix. Yeah, you got to play Bo Nix, maybe. Justin Herbert, maybe. Patriots, Drake May, but I wouldn't mind seeing Buffalo. I'd like to see Buffalo in the Super Bowl. Love to see Josh Allen win. Get a ring. Yeah. Wasn't he the last year MVP? Deservedly so. And I thought he was a good MVP. He was my MVP. I know people say Lamar Jackson, but yeah, I think Josh Allen had a lot less to work with last year than Lamar. And yeah, he had Cooks. Yeah, he's Kincaid, and that's pretty much it. I thought Lamar had more weapons than Josh Allen. That's just me. I know Chris Matthews disagreed, but yeah, last year Josh was my MVP. But yeah, this is the best you're gonna get for Buffalo. I mean, come on, you got to go. Do it for Buffalo. Do it for Bills Mafia. Do it for them. And boy, speaking of devastating and people getting hurt, Patrick Mahomes. Ooh, I know people don't like the guy, but I'm sorry, that's sad. I didn't like seeing that. Didn't like seeing him getting hurt. I mean, I know injuries are part of the game, but man, I mean, they just had a bad season. Now, do I believe that this is the end of the Kansas City run? No. I think once they retooled and do what they always do, they draft well during the draft and during the offseason. I do think Jason Kelsey's gone. Patrick Mahomes, I'm not sure he's complaining next year. He may not at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. I don't think he plays next year. ACL. No. Maybe 2027 season, but no. So it's going to take a few years before Kansas City gets back to where it was. But yeah, not ready to say that once this season's over, they're going to take a nosedive like the Detroit Pistons in the 90s. No. I think they'll be right there once they get things back in order and they draft well and Mahomes is healthy. They'll be back. Any more teams I want to talk about? I could talk about the Cowboys, but why? I mean, just why? I mean, typical Cowboys. Gotta get rid of Eberflus. You gotta get rid of him. I mean, you saw what he did with the Chicago Bears, and you hired him for as a defensive coordinator. Well, you get what you hire, I guess. You're a great offensive team. Got the weapons. Defense? No, not at all. No. Now, if Dallas fires Eberflus and gets a how can I say this? A coordinated, capable defensive coach. They'll be better if they do that. But if they keep Eberflus, no, don't see it. I do not see it. What do I see in the Super Bowl? Buffalo Bills. And yes, I'll take Rams fans. Nope, not going to say that. Los Angeles Rams. I always want to say St. Louis. It's the LA Rams. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I do think Rams fans, his team's going to have a tough road. But I trust Matthew Stafford. I like Puka Nacua. I like Corum. Blake Corum. He came a long way in a short time because, damn. Wasn't it 2 years ago that he was on the Michigan Wolverines championship team? Wasn't that, 2 years ago? And now he's tearing it up in the NFL. He's a little guy, but man, guy can run. Guy's got power. But yeah, Blake Corum, yeah. Puka Nacua. As long as they stay healthy, they managed to do that this year. Well, I'm not sure if Devontae Adams is going to play. If he plays, he stays healthy. I'm not sure how limited he's going to be. Yeah, there's a good shot St. Louis could represent the NFC in the Super Bowl, but gotta see how that shakes out. But if Devontae's in there, he's going to be your X factor. But I'm not sure how healthy he's going to be. He'll play. Maybe he'll play as a decoy. Other than that, I'm not. Are we going to get October Devontae Adams? Probably not, since he got a sprain. And those sprains, you don't play with sprains. I've had sprains before, and yeah, they don't go away overnight. They do hinder you. So yeah, maybe he'll play. I don't know. I have to check with Rams fan. Maybe he knows this. He's a diehard Rams fan. So that's his name, Rams fan. So he would know. He would know. And yes, Rams fan, I was a big fan of Seattle back in 2014 when they were the Legion of Boom. Until Pete Carroll made Russell Wilson throw that stupid interception, which pretty much ruined the whole team. Could have been back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Could have been a dynasty, maybe, but nah. Had to give Russell Wilson the MVP. Just give the ball to Beast Mode running in for the touchdown. You would have won. Oh boy! Oh, Pete Carroll. Now you know that's going to be a 30 to 30. Seattle Seahawks. You do know that. 30 for 30. Jeez. Man, that still makes me mad. Unbelievable. Threw that Super Bowl away. Yeah. Any other teams I want to talk about? Do I have to talk about? No, I don't want to. The Bengals? Joe Burrow saying things need to get better for the organization, which I agree with, but Mike Brown, history, he's not going to do it. And yes, I know that his daughters pretty much run the day-to-day organization business, but just like Miss McMahon, he has the last word. Do I think things are going to change? No, not at all. Are they going to fire Zach Taylor? No, he's got 2 more years. They're not going to cough up that money. Mike Brown's known to be cheap. No, I don't think anything's going to change. The only hope is that if you just draft right, develop your defensive players, maybe get a new defensive coach, but I think he's staying too. That's pretty much the only hope. We got the offense, it's just the defense. We just need to develop these our defensive line, defensive players, because they were terrible this year. Couldn't stop anybody. Could not stop anybody. Still not sure how they beat Pittsburgh. Have no clue how they beat Pittsburgh. What if Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson were on different teams? Wouldn't that be interesting? Lamar on the Baltimore Ravens, and Lamar, Jesus, he already is. Burrow on the Baltimore Ravens, and Joe Burrow. I messed that up. Let me try that again. Imagine Lamar on the Cincinnati Bengals and Burrow on the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah. Would that make a difference? Probably not. Because I don't trust our offensive line. I'm pretty sure Chris doesn't trust his offensive line either. So basically, you're right back where you started. They'll get hurt again. So, no, won't make a difference. No. Except Joe Burrow will have a running game if you use Derrick Henry. And I know he's a nice kid for Cincinnati, but Chase Young, he's no Joe Mixon. He's Let's say that. He's a decent running back, fullback. He's decent. He has his moments, but nah. He's not consistent. He's a guy who'll run for 8 yards and then he'll run for maybe 2, run for 7 yards, then go -1, get a first down, give him the ball again, 2 yards. So he's not consistent. Yes, you could blame the offensive line, but I guess he's serviceable to a point. Yeah. He's serviceable. Man, why couldn't we get him? Back when we had, remember, was it last year? I think it was last year. When all those running backs are on the market, like Derrick Henry and Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones, I wanted Josh Jacobs. That's who I wanted. I wanted Josh Jacobs. I wanted that guy. No. You were too cheap. Couldn't do it. Now Josh Jacobs with the Green Bay Packers. They're in the postseason. Man, maybe Derrick Henry would have worked. No, maybe, but Zach Taylor was more of a throwing offensive coach. He likes to throw more than run the ball. Huh. Yeah, so I guess in conclusion, interesting NFL season. More injury prone than anything. Postseason should be really interesting. Man, one thing about NFL football, it goes by fast, doesn't it? Starts in September, ends in January. What's that? 4 months? October, November, December. Yeah. You have the postseason. 4 months go by quickly. And then when the Super Bowl is over, there's nothing else to do. What do you do on Sundays? I have no football to look forward to. I guess in March, I got March Madness. And that's pretty much, I guess that's pretty much it. Maybe basketball, NBA basketball. Golf. I do like to watch golf, but no Tiger Woods. So what's the point? Come on, we all watch golf because of Tiger Woods. The reason I watched it, I mean, Arnold Palmer and the Bear, Jack Nicklaus. Is it Jack Nicklaus or Jack Nicholson? Well, one of the two Jacks made it more exciting. Let's say that. I think it's Jack Nicklaus. I believe so. The Golden Bear. Yeah. But again, congratulations to Myles Garrett getting that sack record. Got his money from the Cleveland Browns. Can you imagine him on a winning team? Imagine him on the Seahawks, or imagine him with the Rams, or imagine him with, man, who can I think of? Hell, the Patriots maybe? Hell, I mean, I could see him on the Texans. No, wait, man, imagine him with Philadelphia. Jeez. Speaking of good defensive, Max Crosby, yeah, dude, yeah, you need to get out of there. You need to get the hell out of Oakland, bro. Need to get the hell out of there. Man. But I know he's a good guy. He's a good soldier, so he's not going to say anything. I get that. You don't want to be being looked at as ungrateful. But man, he needs to get out of there. LA Raiders is not your future, bro. Not your future at all. Another guy's got to go somewhere. Trey Hendrickson, yeah. Bengals paid you your money for 1 year, but I believe he's going to be gone. I mean, he got his money. He got hurt most of the season, but he got his money. So you can't say the Bengals didn't pay him. It's only for 1 year, but he got his money. But man, Myles Garrett is just a freak of nature, man. Just a freak of nature. Jeez. But he's stuck with the Cleveland Browns. And we're the Cleveland Browns. Well, that doesn't work today. That doesn't work today because they beat us. So can I say, and we're the Cincinnati Bengals? That sounds a lot better. Boy, oh boy. Sack record and you win the game. Yep. Like they always said, there's always next year. Always next year. To be disappointed again. But hey, that's AFC North. That's what we do. That's what we do. Maybe we will be better next year. Not the Bengals, but maybe other teams in our division. Depends what they do in the offseason. Will they Baltimore get rid of Harbaugh? I don't think Tomlin's going anywhere now. Sorry, Rich. Sorry, Jermaine. He's not going anywhere. Unless he chooses to go somewhere. He'll just walk away himself. Then you're not going to fire me. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Wow, I did not expect to go 1 hour. It's supposed to be short and sweet. Huh. Because I had a lot more to say than I thought. So before I go, shout out to Maximus G420, Chris Matthews from the Minorities Report. Shout out to Rams fan. Gonna have his own show pretty soon. Can't wait to hear it. Shout out to Spitball Media. John Draper, B Show Brian, Shaheen. Shout out to what's it called? I want to get this right. The DRWC show, Don Reynolds, The White Chocolate Show, Jeff Littman, Garden of Thought. And no, I'm not showing up on that show. Who knows? Nah. Cleric of Chaos. Shout out to him, Cleric. Shout out to Mojo, the Mo Dirk City podcast. I think that's what we still call it. I don't know anymore. There's so many name changes, so many shows under one tree. What's I got there? Oh yeah. Duh. Hey now, Rich Dow. Shout out to them. Rich, Jermaine, Don Stoney. Shout out to you. You're a funny dude. Coke Hogan. Shout out to him. Oh, shout out to Rick the Ghost. Rick in Baltimore. The Ghost himself. Wrestling Soup. Anthony the Missionary Thomas. Joe Numbers. Or Joe E. Numbers. Drew Yari Experience. What an experience it is, people. Make sure to go on that show. I would say, Ted, I mean, they're no longer on the air. Totally inappropriate team sports. Yeah, they wrapped up their last show earlier this year that I was on. So, talk about Luke Birmingham Birch, Mark Wahlberg, Matty Icing, and Cheese, the man himself. Shout out to Boxman. Gonna do a new show called, well, it's not a new show, but it's gonna focus more on that than the wrestling outlet. Hollywood Hangouts with him and Mark Wahlberg. That should be fun. Talking about movies, old movies, maybe new movies. That's all I know. Oh yeah, Dr. Brian Wright. Shout out to you. Any more people I can? Don Tony. How can I forget Don Tony? Godfather podcasting. He's been doing this since 1997. Long time. Solar Monster sounds off. He's been doing this for almost 20 years. Coming up on that pretty soon, maybe next year, I believe. CM Goof. Michael Smith. No vacuum cleaners here, buddy. Don't worry about it. Just a lot of people want to shout out. Just can't remember them. Oh, Mark in Detroit. Bobby Anthem. Oh, how can I forget Bobby Anthem? Sensible Sam. Can't forget her either. Oh, Trez, formerly known as Dark Trez. She is now Trez. Yep. Shout out to the late great one, Kevin Castle. Without Kevin Castle, there wouldn't be a Bayou Geeks. It wouldn't be in a Minorities Report. Without Kevin Castle. Shout out to Fatty316. Get well, buddy. Get well. New Year. Oh, wait a minute. Today's the 5th. Oh, and tomorrow was Fatty's 49th Insurrection birthday. So happy Insurrection birthday, Fatty. 49 years young. Can't wait till tomorrow to post that on Facebook. His Insurrection birthday is tomorrow. He might storm the White House again. That's a celebration. Even Redbeard. Shout out to Redbeard. And shout out to everybody else if I missed you. Don't take it personal if I missed you. But shout out to everybody and all the shows that I listen to. All right. Until next time, I'm not sure there will be a next time with a solo show. I just had the itch to do this one. And now I'm going to end this and try to figure out how to get it on YouTube. Should be real interesting. Till then, I'll see you guys on the Minorities Report, which is in 6 days. So take care and stay warm.